Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, County Sheriff, State of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, November the 20th, 2017, time 4:33 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my supporters for your continued encouragement and support. I'll continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area and continue to further my education at Monroe College Online, assuming my associate research business administration concentration market. What I'm going to do right now, do my Instagram. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the County Sheriff, in the State of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, November the 20th, 2017. The time 4:35 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. First, I want to give thanks to God for all his blessings and his guidance. I always put God first. I'm gonna do right now in my Facebook Live. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county sheriff, in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, November the 20th, 2017. Time 4:40 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. We always want to give thanks to God for all His blessings and guidance, and we'll always put God first. And want to again inform everybody that this past Friday, I celebrated my birthday, and thank everybody for thinking about me on my birthday, but. On my previous video, I did my Periscope video yesterday, and we went over the word gang, and gang plus stir, and mob plus stir, boss, that's Dutch, and Dutch is German, goon, that's English, which is classified as German. Now, the abbreviation mob, it's an abbreviation of mobilization, and mobilize. And but we're gonna get back on that today. We continue to talk about African traditional religion. As you know, African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. You can earn a bachelor's degree, PhD studying African traditional religion. Now, one of the books we're going to continue to read from, referred to as title, West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasela Welelu, Dr. P. Adalumo Lupemu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as title, African Traditional Religion and Definition, written by Dr. E. Baloja Adomu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M.B. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M.B. Now, governments all over this earth, they enact laws that are intended to make each and every one of us safe. Now, the United States government enacted the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. And Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 is the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. The RICO Act is anti-gang. Also, the Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substances Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, or Kingpin Statute, is all anti-gang. Now, the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, plus other related legislation, is anti-gang. Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and Comprehensive Gang Model, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, Bureau of Justice Assist, the Office of Justice Programs, and the United States Department of Justice. Now you can go to youth.gov and you can be informed about the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative and the Comprehensive Gang Model. The Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the United States Department of Justice, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, and Project Safe Neighborhoods. United States Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Policing Service, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative. The Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, United States Department of State, the Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance Education and Training, the GREAT Program. United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice, Delinquency Prevention. In October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which had been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which had been funded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance since 2003. The National Gang Center, compilation of state laws against gangs. You can go to the National Gang Center website and you can be informed about the state laws against gangs. Gang prevention. An overview of research and program. Mr. James C. Howard, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistant, Office of Juvenile Justice, Delinquency Prevention, National Gang Center Bulletin. And the title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States. And there are books in the bulletin to refer to. Read the books in the bulletin. And also you can find the same information on Wikipedia. And the title of the information is titled Gangs in the United States. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of the United States Attorney's Manual 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. The United States Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center. The United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section, and other federal, state, and local agencies. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategies, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, changing course, preventing gang membership. Also, striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. Excuse me. The United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy. The National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention Forum. You can go to youth.gov and be informed about the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. The United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, National Crime Prevention Council, keeping kids out of gangs. Also, anti-hazing. You can go to lawyers.com and be informed about anti-hazing. And also coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Now this is the world map. This is the map of the whole world. Now, we continue to go over this information. We know that the German language, the word gang is German. Gang plus stir. That's German. And this abbreviation, mob, is Latin. Now, there are other people that live in Europe, and you don't hear nobody else saying anything about any words to anybody. Now, the Albanian speaking people, East European nation of Albania. The Albanian people, speaking people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. Now, the East European nations of Lithuania and Latvia, the Baltic speaking people in the East European nation of Lithuania and Latvia, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. Now, the East European nation of Greece, the Greek-speaking people, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. Now, the Slavic-speaking people in Eastern Europe, they did not participate. They were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. The East European nation of Russia, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Bulgaria, Belarus, the Ukraine, the former Yugoslavian republics of Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Slovenia, Montenegro, Macedonia, Kosovo. They were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. The East European nation of Turkey, also known as Anatolia, also also known as the Ottomans, the Ottoman Empire, the Turkic languages, the Altaic languages. The Turkish-speaking people were not involved. They did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. The East European nation of Hungary, the Hungarians, the East European nation of Finland, the Finnish people, the East European nation of Estonia, the Estonians, the Euro-Altaic languages, the Uralic languages, Altaic languages. They were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. The East European nation of Romania. The Romanian language is classified as Latin, and one of the Romance languages, Spanish, Portuguese, and French, and Romania is the three considered three divisions of Romania: Transylvania, Moldavia, and Wallachia. And Romania does have a history of slavery, and the people who were enslaved, the Roma people. The Roma people, also known as the Gypsies. The Roma people are people from India, from India. They're Indians. Now the Roma people, as you know, live in other parts of Europe as well as other parts around the world. Slavery was abolished. Slavery was abolished in Romania. The early 1800s, mid 1800s, it was abolished. Now, when you look abolished in legal terminology, to when you stop doing something, when you end it in legal terminology, is wrong. You understand? And the Romanian government is telling the Romanian people that slavery was wrong. but also the Roman people, that it was wrong. When you abolish, in legal terms, now that's what it means. It's wrong. Now, during World War II, Adolf Hitler and the Germans committed some of the most heinous atrocities ever recorded in human history against the Romanian people. Over 300,000 of the Romanian people, Jews, Christians, and others, were murdered by Adolf Hitler and the Germans. Now use your common sense. The Romanian people before World War II, them same people, they were living in Romania, and the Romanian government did not build any concentration camps, they didn't do anything to try to kill their own people. And also during World War II, the Roma people were also murdered. Over 10,000 of the Roma people were murdered by the Germans during World War II. Now, prior to World War II, them same Roma people were alive and living in Romania. Use your common sense. Now, Romania, the Romanians, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. Also, the Romanian people go back up here. The Romanian people want everybody to know that historically, the Romanian people are Greek. The Romanian people, they're not Latin, Italians or Spanish, but they are Greek. They are the Thracians. The Romanian people, historically, they are the Greek. They are Thracians, historically. The territories between the Danube and Dniester rivers were inhabited by various Thracian peoples, including the Dacians and the Getae. They're Greek. Now, Roman incursions under Roman Trajan between 101 102 AD, 105 106 AD, resulted in half of the Dacian kingdom becoming a province of the Roman Empire called Dacia Felix. It said that the Roman rule lasted for about 165 years. And the Roman colonists introduced the Latin language. The intense Romanization gave birth to the Proto-Romanian language. So, for everybody, the Romanian people historically are Greek-speaking people. Like I said, the Romanian people, they were not involved, and they did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now I do have in my possession a Merriam-Webster dictionary. Copyright 2004. I do have in my possession a Merriam-Webster thesaurus. Copyright 2005. I do have in my possession a Pocket Oxford American Dictionary and Thesaurus. Was that 3rd edition? First edition 2002, second edition 2006, third edition 2010. I do have Oxford Paperback Dictionary and Thesaurus. It's the 3rd edition. First edition 2001. Second edition 2007. Third edition 2009. Now, on my previous video, on my Periscope video yesterday, I informed everybody that I did get the books in, and I also got my magnifying glass. Now, this is the one I bought on my own, and it wasn't very expensive. It was like $6 and postage. This is the one that came with my compact Oxford English dictionary. So what we're gonna right now, we're gonna go to the Webster's Third New International Dictionary. Now the book that was sent that I was waiting on was the Webster's Third New International Dictionary unabridged and 7-language dictionary, the S through Z. Now, as you know, the other books I have, the copyright is 1986. The book that they sent me, the S through Z, the copyright is 1976, which is not a problem. Now, there's a lot of people who were involved in making this dictionary. You understand? A lot of education. Bachelor degree, master degree, PhDs. There's a lot of people from the editor-in-chief all the way down to the staff and outside consultants. A lot of people involved in making this dictionary, and a lot of education. So what we're gonna start with the word gang. We're gonna start with the word gang, and then after we go to the word gang, gang plus stir, and then we're gonna get on. We're gonna go to fraternity and sorority, and then we're gonna go to the compact Oxford English Dictionary. So let's go to gang. Okay, gang number one. Gang number one. It's a noun. Middle English from Old English, akin to Old High German. Gang. Act of going. Old Norse, ganger, act of going. Got, gang, street. Okay, number one, the act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word means. That's what it means. Passage, course, journey, also gate. Number two, a dialect chiefly British. Number one, passage, way, road, lane. Number two, A, pasturage for cattle. B, chiefly Scottish, journey, especially one undertaken to perform an errand. C, chiefly Scottish. The amount as of wood, water, or peat that can be carried at one time or in one trip. 3. Number one, a set or full complement of articles. outfit, a gang of oars. Now, use your common sense. Oars is a tool. Gang is a means of going. Gang and oars do not go together. That's an invention. Oars. Number 2, a combination of similar implements or other items arranged so as to act together to save time or labor. A gang of saws. I just read what the word gang means. A passage, a journey. That's an invention. Saws. A gang saw. Words do not go together. A gang of saws. Or to produce. In one operation or as one unit. A gang of printing plates printing several jobs on a single sheet. B, a number of individuals making up a group as one. A group of persons working under the same direction or at the same task. Migrants laboring in gangs in the woods, mines, and fields. Gangs of expert bottomers. Number 2, a company of criminals. A gang of desperate banditti squealed on the other members of the gang. Number 3, an elementary and close-knit social group of spontaneous origin, such a unit composed of antisocial adolescents, teenage gangs. Number 4, a group of persons acting in accord who are believed to engage in improper acts or to be influenced by self-seeking, corrupt, or unworthy motives, made captive by the gangs which seize power. Okay, a political gang dragged out the racial issue to divert attention from itself. Number 5, a group of congenial persons that have a close and informal social relations. A group of persons drawn together by a community of tastes, interests, or activity. One of a gang that call one another great. Invite the gang plus some pretty girls. Where's the gang going tonight? The gang in the office. Number 6, a flock or herd of animals. A gang of little chickens. Gang number 2. Number 1 is a verb. To attack a person as a gang. Young hoodlums always gang you. Try to gang him and take it away from him. Number 2A, to assemble or operate mechanical or electronic parts simultaneously as a group. Circus, gang together by gears. See, all this is inventions. We just read at the very beginning what the word gang means. B, to arrange and or produce as a gang. As type pages, group or gang. Keep company, go, travel, empty-headed, idle-handed widows who gang together. Gang with those kids on the next block. Often used with up. The boys would gang up around the corner drugstore. Gang number 3. gang number 3. Middle English, ganging, to go, walk. From Old English, gang, akin to Old High German, gang, to go. Old Norse, gang, goth, gang, to go. Old English, gang, act of going. Scottish, go. Now go ahead and gangster. Okay. Now we over here on gangster. Now, as you know, gangster in the dictionary is gang dot stir. The dot is a syllable break. Now that dot is a syllable break. Alright, gangster. Gang plus stir. A member of a gang of criminals, gunman, thug, also a person who uses violence, intimidation, or other extra legal means of coercion for business ends, racketeer. A gangster in some kind of syndicate that controls stores and nightclubs. Name one gangster as the real boss of the city. Alright. As a reminder. We're gonna go there because we know that in this dictionary there are prefixes and suffixes. The affixes they end the dictionary. Now let's go to mob and mobster. Now, as you know, the copyright is 1986. Copyright 1986. Now, as you know, mob number one is a noun. Number one, origin unknown, obscure, undressed, disavowed. Number two, a woman's cap. All right, mob number two is a verb, mob, the mob, mobbing, mobs. Number one, back formation, from mobile, archaic, to muffle the head of, as in a hood. Number two, mob, archaic, to dress oneself negligently, to go to an unfashionable place disguised or so dressed as to avoid recognition. Mob number three is a noun, often attributed. It's a short for mobile. It's short for mobile. Number one, the lower classes of a community, the populace or the lower part of the masses, the use of superstition for the purpose of policing the mob. Political spellbinding, to appeal to the mob mind. Number two, a large and disorderly collection of people tending to acts of violence, windows smashed, and police beaten by the angry mob. A fear of mob rule. B, people in a large, disorderly group, used without an article. The lane was full of mobs in the house, so full we could not get in. 3, chiefly Australian, a flock. Chiefly Australian, a flock or herd or drove or of animals. Number 4, a criminal set or organization, as of pickpockets or gangsters. Gang, B, clique, set, synonym. Alright. Then mob number 4. Verb, mobbed, mobbed, mobbing, mobs. Number 1, to crowd about and attack or annoy, mobbed by autograph. Hundreds before he could enter the theater, attack in a mob. A crowd tried to mob him and he ran for safety into the superintendent's office. B, to crowd into or around bargain hunters that mob the stores on sale days. Number 2, dialect English, whereas to allow the quarry no chance to escape, as by surrounding it, to form a disorderly mob, crowd, or riot in a mob. The waiting newsman mob full. Mob abbreviation. Number 1, mobile. Number 2, mobilization. Mobilized. So let's go to the definition of mobile. Alright. Number 1, mobile. Middle French from Latin, mobilis, mobilis, of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable as a, capable of moving or being moved about readily. Capable of moving or being moved about readily. Okay. Globular proteins that are mobile and rod-shaped proteins that form solid structures. The tongue is clearly the most mobile articulator, right? Characterized by an extreme degree of fluidity. Ether and mercury are mobile liquids. Compare viscous. B. Organized and equipped for ready movement, as by truck or air transport. Mobile fighting forces. Mobile television units for on-the-spot reporting. Free for use or service anywhere, not restricted or committed. Mobile dollars to be used where they can be best advanced the welfare of the whole institution. Mobile labor could be sent anywhere in England. D. Designed as a vehicle or mounted on a vehicle or easily placed on or in a vehicle as a trailer or truck. Mobile loudspeakers carrying the campaign speeches into the street. A mobile vessel launch. Mobile home. Number 2, capable of or tending to change, changeable, as a, changing readily in appearance and expression. Under influence of mind or feeling, his mobile face mirrors every feeling from bitter sadness to ecstasy. B. Easily swayed in feeling, purpose, or direction. A mind adventurously flexible but not frivolously. C. Marked by ready adaptability, industrial resources so mobile that they could be quickly switched from producing for export to producing for home demand, alert and flexible in the use of resources. A mobile imagination and organization mobile enough to cope with movement. The wind and mobile grasses tending to travel or migrate from place to place. We began as explorers, empire builders, pilgrims, and refugees, and we are still today the most mobile people on the face of the earth. The Indians of the Great Plains were mobile bison hunters. Number 4A, characterized by the mixing of social groups, the general confusion in moral standards which characterizes mobile societies, affording opportunity for a shift in social status. Though highly mobile, is not or undergoing a shift in status within the hierarchy of social levels of a society in which women are more mobile than men, born of upward mobile middle class parents, marked by the use of vehicles for transportation, mobile defense, mobile warfare, took to their cars for a mobile holiday, of, related to, or having the characteristics of a mobile. Okay, now we have mobile number 2. Pretty much the same definition. Then you have mobile number 3. Mobile is changeable, crowd, the movable, calling people. Alright, so let's go up here to mobster. mobster is a noun, mob plus stir, a member of a criminal gang. All right, what is it? Stir, a person or thing associated with an activity or quality. Old English, history, etc. Early examples refer to a woman engaged in an occupation such as brewster, maltster, and spinster. This last, originally a woman who spins. The ending was the feminine equivalent of words ending in ere, which later became cer. Number one, it has long been extended to activities undertaken by men, such as chorister or teamster. Words in which it refers to a characteristic of the person include youngster and the U.S. derived oldster, as well as hipster, a person who is hip, who follows the latest trends and fashion. Less often the ending refers to objects. Roadster, being a rare example, it often has a derogatory sense. Tipster, rhymester, prankster. Many of these are more common in the U.S. than Britain. Gamester, gangster, huckster, jokester, mobster, punkster, trickster. Such terms continue to be formed again, most frequently in the U.S. Popster, hypester, soulster, scamster. Master comes from Old English magister, but derives from Latin magister. See also meister. Others that derive from Latin words with the same ending include minister and barrister, formed from bar, in imitation of minister, as do nouns ending in aster, such as poster, and words such as boaster, jester, broadcaster, and protester. The suffix is er, cer, number one, on a stem ending in st. Okay. Turn over that to ER. Now we're gonna go to the SZ to find stir. stir. Following a voice consonant as in mobster. It's a noun. Suffix. Middle English, stir. Stir, S-T-E-R-E. And Esther, E-S-T-E-R-E. From Old English, Estry, E-S-T-R-E. Female agent akin to S-T-E-R. Number one. One that does or handles or operates. Spinster, tapster, teamster. Number two. One that makes or uses. Songster, punster. Number three. One that is associated with or participates in. Gamester, gangster. So that's what stir, the suffix stir means. Okay. Now, while I'm in the S, I'm gonna go ahead and go to sorority. Then we're gonna go back to the A and G volume, and we're gonna get fraternity. Since I'm in the S, sorority. Sorority. Alright. Sorority. It's a noun. Middle Latin. Sororitas. From Latin. Sorrow. S-O-R-O. S-O-R-O-R. Sorrow. It means sister. It means sister. Plus itis dash it. More as sister. Number one, sisterhood. Number two, a society or club of girls or women as in a college. Compare fraternity. Soror, S-O-R-O-R, means sister. That's all it means in Latin. That's what it means. Soror. Soror, S-O-R-O-R. It means sister. So what's all this junk here? What's all this junk? Made up. It don't have nothing to do with the word. The word means sister. You made it up. Bunch of junk. You be lying. You be lying. That's what that means. You're lying. Now let's go to fraternity. First we gotta go to fraternal. Okay, fraternal. Number one, fraternal. Adjective. Middle English from Middle Latin. Fraternalis from Latin. Fraternus from frater plus alice. Number one, A, of, related to, or involving brothers. Trying to improve the fraternal relationship between the two boys, even though their father did not care. B, of, relating to, or being a fraternity or confederation. A fraternal order, a fraternal chapter house, a fraternal delegate to national meeting. C, of, relating to, or being one of many men's or sometimes women's clubs or associations, usually having secret rights, restricted membership, and religious, social, charitable, or professional purposes. Number two, of, twins, derived from two over, that's a zygotic. Number three, friendly, brotherly, so we should have fraternal nations instead of warring organized interests. Number two, fraternal. Now, number one, a member of a fraternal order. Number two, a society providing fraternal insurance. Okay. Now go down here. Fraternity. Fraternity. Middle English, fraternite, from Middle French and Latin. Middle French, fraternite, from Latin, fraternity, fraternitatis. Fraternitas. From or formally organized for a common purpose, interest, or pleasure, as a religious or ecclesiastical brotherhood. B, a usually organized group of men of the same class, occupation, interest, or pursuit, company, guild, fraternal order. C, a national or local men's student organization formed chiefly for social purposes, having secret rights, and a name consisting of usually 3 Greek letters. Also, the organization of alumni who were members of such an organization. B, D, a student organization for scholastic, professional, or extracurricular activity, especially national honorary organization, including students and alumni as honorary fraternity, the baby fraternity. Number 2A, the quality or state of being a brother or being brothers, the relationship of a brother or of brothers. B, the quality or state of being brotherly or very friendly, brotherliness. C, a brotherly commonness as of occupation, men with a fraternity of interest. Number 3, men of the same class, profession, occupation, character, or taste. The legal fraternity, the racetrack fraternity, the despised fraternity of armchair historians. Number 4A, the entire progeny of a single mated. B, a group of siblings. So when you say fraternity, it comes from fraternal. And that's what it means, brother. That's what fraternity and fraternal, it means brother. All that other junk you made up is a bunch of lies. You be lying. Fraternity don't have nothing to do with no Greek letters, no hand signs, no shirts, and none of that. You just be making up a bunch of junk. You just be making it up. You be lying. You be lying. Okay. Okay, gang. Old English, gang, gong. Old High German, gang. Middle High German, gang. Old Norse, ganger. Goth, gag. Old Teutonic, noun of action related to gang, gang. Gang, verb, to go. The cognate, Old Norse, gang, gang. What's that? Walking, course, gong, neutral, a passage, lobby from which some of the system may possibly be derived. Okay. Action or mode of going, way, passage, steps, goings, journeyings. Old English only. Okay, let's see here. Number 2, the power of going, ability to walk about. Okay. B, manner of going, gait or carriage. C, the act of walking. D, currency of money, Old Norse, gang or current coin, okay. Penny of gold. Number 3, a journey, sometimes with definition of extent. Alright. B, a traveling or resorting. Number 4, a way, road, or passage. B, the course of a stream. C, a walk or pasture for cattle, also the right of pasturing. Number 5, a step or rung of a ladder. Number 6, a turn or spell at any work or exercise. Number 7, the quantity or amount usually carried at one time. The Old English, gain, privy, appears in later English to a set of things or persons. Number 8, a set of articles such as are usually taken together. B, a set of tools or implements so arranged as to work simultaneously. Number 9, a company of workmen, a company of slaves or prisoners. B, a company of slaves or prisoners. Number 10, any band or company of persons who go about together or act in concert, chiefly in a bad or depreciatory sense, and in mode usually mainly associated with criminal societies. B, to be of a gang, to belong to the same society, to have the same interests. Number 11, U.S., a collection or herd of animals of the same species, of elk or buffalo, a pack of dogs. Okay, to walk, go. Okay, gang, verb, to arrange in a gang. Okay, so that's what it means. That's what it means. Now, as you know, gangster. Let's see, it's gangster here. Gangster is not in this dictionary. Gangster is not in this dictionary. Now let's go to mobster. Okay, mob. Also mob. Abbreviation of mobile. Abbreviation of mobile. Number one. The disorderly and riotous part of the population, the roughs, the rabble, and the assemblage of the rabble, a tumultuous crowd bent on or liable to be incited to acts of lawlessness and outrage. Number two, the common mass of people, the lower orders, the uncultured or illiterate, as a class, the populace, the masses. Number three, without the disordered or lower class people forming a crowd. Number four, a promiscuous assemblage of people, a multitude or aggregation of persons regarded as not individually important. In Australian use without disparaging implication, a crowd. B, a heterogeneous collection or crowd. C, originally Australian, a flock or drove of animals. D, shutting them down, a school of whales. Number five, slang, company or gang of thieves or pickpockets working in collusion. Also a member of such a company. Number six, a simple Number seven, special mob courtship among the lower classes, mob defense by the populace as opposed to military defense, mob driver, one who incites a mob feast. Okay. Okay, now you have mob as a verb. To attack in a mob or disorderly crowd, to crowd round and molest or annoy. To press unduly upon, to throw. Also, it past to be attacked or surrounded by such a mob. B. To force a person into an action, drive him from a place by mobbing him. Number 2. To form a mob, to congregate in a mob or disorderly crowd. Number 3. To mix up with a mob. Okay. Okay, now we're going to mobile. Mobile. Shortened form of Latin, mobile vocus. The movable or excitable crowd, the common people. The populace, rabble, mob. Mobile, Latin, mobilis. Movere, to move. Number 1, capable of movement, movable, not fixed or stationary. B, of a limb, an organ of the body, not fixed, free. C, of a liquid that has its particles capable of free movement. D, of a cell, molecule, capable of separate movement, free, not adnate or fixed. E, mobile, spasms. B, of a person, his mindset that turns or is turned easily from one thing to another. Wanting instability of purpose. C, rarely of a visible object, constantly in motion. 3, military or troops that may be easily and rapidly moved from place to place. So that's what mobile means. Now, mobster is not in here. So, gangster and mobster, they are not in the compact Oxford English Dictionary. Now let's go to fraternity. Hold on. Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, fraternal. From Latin, fratern, us. French, what pertains to brothers or a brother. Characteristic of a brother. Brotherly. Fraternity. Old French. Fraternity. Latin. Fraternity. From fraternus, pertaining to a brother. See fraternal. Number one, the relation of a brother or of brothers. Brotherhood. Number two, the state or quality of being fraternal or brotherliness. Number three, a family of brothers. Number four, a body or order of men organized for religious or devout purposes. Number five, a body of men associated by some tie or common interest, company, guild. Number six, a body of men of the same class, occupation, pursuits. So that's what fraternity means. It means brother. All that other junk, you be lying. You're lying. Sorority. Sorority. Sororitas. Latin. Sorrow. It means sister. That's what it means, sister. After fraternity. Number one, a body or company of women united for some common object, especially for devotional purposes. U.S. the female section of a church congregation. Number two, U.S. in women's society in a college or university. So that's what it means. So all that other junk you be adding, you be lying, because all the word means is sister. Sorrow means sister. Let me go over here to stir right quick. Stir. S-T-E-R. Stir is a suffix. Estry, later. A derivative of the old Teutonic stroforming nouns of action, as in Old Norse. Okay. In Old English, estry was freely used to form feminine agent nouns in exactly the same manner which eerie. It was appended to the present stems of verbs, as in female tissue. Okay. So we know that that suffix S-T-E-R, that's what it is from Old English. So that's what stir. these historically black colleges and universities. See, they had a dictionary. So you think you can go around and lie to people and take advantage of people and like you got the right to lie, but you don't. If I can get my hands on you, now we know that Webster's dictionary, scroll down. Webster's American Dictionary of the English Language, first edition 1828, second edition 1841, so on and so forth. Now we know that George and Charles Merriam of Springfield, Massachusetts in 1845, they purchased Webster's company. Let me scroll down here. Then you had the unabridged edition 1864. See, they had a dictionary. Now this is before the Civil War. Then you had Webster's International Dictionary 1890, 1900. That was after the Civil War. The overwhelming majority of African Americans uneducated. Webster's New International Dictionary 1909. Webster's New International Dictionary, second edition 1934. World War I had been fought and was over. Then you had Webster's Third New International Dictionary 1961. Then you have the revisions and updates. Now you know Encyclopedia Britannica Incorporated, they purchased Merriam-Webster in 1964. Now, to add new words, they created an addenda section in 1966 and included the format which was expanded in 1971, 1976, 1981, 1986, 1993, and 2002. Then you had the Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, first edition 1898, second edition 1910, third edition 1916, fourth edition 1931, fifth edition 1936, sixth edition 1949, seventh edition 1963, eighth edition 1973, ninth edition 1983, 10th edition 1993, and 11th edition 2003. So dictionaries were available. Now let's go over to Oxford. Now, as you know, the completion and first edition and first supplement of the Oxford English Dictionary was in April 1928. And then the dictionary was reissued as a set of 12 volumes and a 1-volume supplement in 1933. Second supplement. It actually took 29 years. 4 volumes, starting with A, H, O, and the word C. They were published in 1972, 1976, 1982, and 1986. Second edition. 1989. Then you had your edition series, Volume 1, 1994, Volume 2, 1994, Volume 3, 1997. Now they're working on a third edition, and it's expected to be completed in 2037. Now you had the formats of the compact edition, 1971. 13-volume Oxford English Dictionary No. 1, 1933 was reprinted as a 2-volume compact edition by photographically reducing each page to 1/2 its linear dimensions. Came with a slipcase drawer and a magnifying glass. Then in 1991, the 20-volume Oxford English Dictionary 2, 1989, the compact edition format was resized to 1/3 of original linear dimensions, a 9-up format requiring greater magnification, and it was accompanied by a magnifying glass as before, and a user's guide to the Oxford. A user guide to the Oxford English Dictionary. Okay. Then you got electronic versions. So really, there's no excuse for individuals be walking around talking they in a gang and talking about sorority and fraternities. No excuse. They had dictionaries. You be lying. Talking about the abbreviation mob. You be lying. So I'm gonna get ready to end today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, County Sheriff, in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my fans for my support, for your continued encouragement and support. And I always put God first. And till next time, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one your very best.